Hey everyone, it's Kayla, and today I am here to share with you my completed course for iTech 7481. So the platform that I built my course in is Schoology, and I built it around a 5th grade math class. Now, when thinking about 5th grade, remember that they are 10 and 11 years old. It's their last year in elementary school, and online learning is still very new to them. So I kept all of that in mind when building my course, in the sense of it's probably going to look a lot more broken up, a lot more scaffolded than what it would at the secondary level, but that is because with elementary school students, things have to be very step by step unless you want to get 500 emails. So let's go ahead and get started. So on the landing page of my course, you'll see a little welcome letter there that has my syllabus linked, and that is just for their parents and for themselves, just to kind of read and kind of gives them some tasks to do before our first session. And then we have about 5 different folders there that students will access throughout the course. So this first one is class information, and within this folder you see it's kind of the catch-all for all the course policies, their supplies, the learning goals for the course. It's just kind of an area where students can go if they're having any questions about the foundation of the course. We then have the daily announcement folder. You know, announcements are a key part in the elementary school world. It's how we start off every day. So I thought that it would be important to add that into my course just to kind of give these students a sense of normalcy of what it would look like in a traditional elementary school classroom. So that's where I would post those. I then also have the synchronous Zoom link. So for each one of our synchronous classes, this is the link that students would go to. So this would be the same link every single day. So there wouldn't be, you know, a new link or having to find one. They could just go right here. And then we have our weekly lesson folder. This is where students are going to spend most of their time. And so once they click on their weekly lessons, there's going to be the course introductions, which introduces students to myself and then also allows them to introduce themselves to the class. There are directions on how to submit assignments through the platform using any type of device. And then there's also the course schedule, and it also gives them a little update about when activities and grades will be posted and when they are due. And when students click on their course schedule, they can see all of the different modules and activities that we will be learning throughout the course. And for this class, for what I did was I built out Module 5. So in Module 5, it's composed of 4 different weeks. So first, students can look here to see their learning objectives for each week. So there, those are broken down for them to see what they will be learning. I also have the pretest that students would need to take so that I could see where they were with the standards, and then they also have their post-assessment down here that they would take at the end. So I'm going to preview week 25. Each week is very similar to week 25 in the setup. So the first, there's a checklist. So I've included all of the assignments that will be due throughout the week as well as when they are due. And this again is just for the students to use. They could print this off, they could track it on their own, just as a list to say, okay, these are the things I need to get done, this is when they're due. So I have found with elementary school students, again, things need to be very clear and written out so that they can see when they do it. So for example, on Monday, they would click on Monday, and under Monday, they have their notes that they would need to take, and then they also have an activity. So each day would consist of a live session with myself teaching the content, and then they would have 1 to 2 activities that they needed to complete each day. So for example, on Tuesday, they would have a discussion post, and then they would have an input and output activity. And this is similar how it would go throughout the rest of the week. So here on Thursday, they just have 1 activity after our synchronous session. And then once they got to Friday, then they would have some word problems, and then they would have a little quiz that they would need to complete. So going back into the module, again, each week is set up similar to week 25. And then if we go back to the beginning, students also have a Dreambox link, which is our online math game that students would be able to do there as well. So if we go back to the landing page, under weekly lessons, students also have a resource folder that they would find their standards and different things like that in there. And then we have the pre and the post-course assessments. So there we have the online learning readiness, kind of like a learning inventory, and then the final course evaluations. So that is my course. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks so much.